The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
You want a healthier lifestyle, but how do you get started? Then stick with it. By listening to the Fitness Revolution podcast with Shay Sandifer, of course. Your journey to greater well-being starts now.
Hello, it's Coach Shay. How's everyone? Fitness Revolution. We are here. We are back. It is National Mental Health Day. I'm wearing my purple earrings, even though it doesn't match my outfit, because this is the color for mental health awareness. And so, the last few days have been a little challenging, right? There's been a lot of mental health issues throughout the world. I always say when there's tragedy, that means mental health issues, right? They're not just coming because people are okay. It's more than that. And so as we bring awareness and we bring light also to what people are suffering through and how they are bringing tragedy to other people's lives, I think it's very fitting, and it's crazy how timing is and what's everything that's going on. I'm not going to go deep into what's happening in Israel and Palestine, but I definitely think mental health, right? You start with your higher up and how it's coming down on the people. And we see innocent children and we see innocent lives being taken that have nothing to do with egos and mental health issues. And the mental health issue comes with, instead of them creating peace, right, coming to a peace treaty and signing peace through these two countries, instead, people aren't well and they're killing each other. So I want to give you some statistics right now about how much our mental health is affecting people. And this is just what is reported, right? I'm quite sure the numbers are way larger than this. So 43.8 million adults are suffering with mental health issues. So that's only about 19.86% that's reporting. So that's like 1 in 8 people. So that's quite a bit. But just think how many people have not ever talked about it, are not counted in that, because I don't think they're counting people like in prison, in mental health institutions. And I'm not sure, but I don't think they are, from what I've learned. And these 4 countries deal with the most mental health issues in the world. The U.S., go figure, right? United States, Colombia, the Netherlands, and Ukraine. Interesting, right? So I thought about that, like, what about these 4 countries? And the only country I can personally speak on is where we live, the United States, right? So for us, I feel we have the melting pot of what everyone is running from, and that is turmoil. Right. So whether everyone usually that's coming to the United States is coming because they see a better opportunity for, their family and for their lives and their future. And so they're running away or leaving behind the tragedy that they experienced growing up or what is happening currently in their situation. And then you bring that all here. And we already are a mess, right? We're still dealing with hundreds of years of immigration and being enslaved. And then we brought everyone together, and then the indigenous, which happy Indigenous Day yesterday to indigenous people, their land's being stolen. So we're all on this land and this planet right here in the United States dealing with this. That's a lot of mental health issues, right? And what comes along with mental health is the number one thing, which is depression. So it's also National Depression Month, unfortunately. And so some statistics here. Depression affects more people than any other mental disorder, and it's also one of the world's leading causes of disability. Although it is a treatable disease, 6 out of 10 people who have depression in Latin America and Caribbean do not seek or do not receive treatment they need. I think they need to add the US too, right? I don't think people are seeking treatment. Now, do I think we have outlets to seek treatment? Yes. But as a Black and brown person, we also know that we don't have the space to be mentally not well, right? If we're not mentally well, it's kind of like fix it. Go on about your day, right? You can't have a loved one pass away and then you're not well. If you then act out on that, you're automatically either murdered or put in prison. And let's just keep it real. So there's that gap where you don't get to deal with tragedy. So that turns into depression, which turns into a mental health issue. So I know in the Black and brown community, there's a lot of mental health issues, right? As I drive around sometimes and I've seen the increase of mental health with homelessness, people are not necessarily on drugs. I think that's the stigma that they get is they are out there, they are doing drugs, they are alcoholics, and they don't want to work. We don't understand the tragedy and the things that have happened to people that have put them in those situations, right? Who wants to be homeless? Nobody. Who wants to deal with depression? No one. But if you don't have the mental capacity, you don't have the outlet or the means or the know-how to seek help, then you end up with a mental disorder. There's people in government that we've dealt with. I won't name names. We know they were in office for 4 years. That is not mentally well, right? When you are purposely putting on a message to intimidate other people so that you feel more empowered and have a narcissist behavior, that is a mental health issue. And so mental health issues are all around us, right? And I always say, as I look at racial health and equity, that's where I saw mental health. And that's why I always say racial health and equity through the lens of fitness, wellness, and nutrition, because there's so much mental health that lies in all of that. If you're depressed, as I always speak of, you're not going to move. You're not going to want to get up and move. And if you do, some people that are really in shape, right? They become obsessed with their looks and that's their secret depression. But then we see a suicide rate too also, right? And then your well-being, as I always say, you need some type of outlet, whether it's a life coach or a therapist, right? To release those thoughts and talk about it in a safe environment so that you can be mentally well. As I am a life coach, I coach over 700 people that are pre-diabetic, overweight, and deal with trauma. And myself, I am an advocate for seeing a therapist. I think Black and brown people should get a free therapist in America for just being here, Black and brown in America, and dealing with the daily stigmas that we have to and the systematic racism. So I think that's where that comes into play. And then nutrition, right? If you're not eating well, you are not going to be mentally well. You cannot continue to eat bad foods and be well, right? The healthy foods creates a healthy mindset. Healthy food creates healthy skin, our biggest organ. Healthy food creates a mindset that makes you want to get up and create. Healthy food is having access to healthy water, as we've seen throughout our United States, that people don't have access to healthy water. So if you cannot put back into your body what your body is mostly made of, how are you going to be mentally well? So I love Mental Health Day. I think every day is Mental Health Day. I think you should take time out to give yourself grace for when you're not mentally well. You are not going to be well every day of your life. I repeat, you are not going to be well every day of your life. And it's okay to not be okay. So take that with you and really take a deep breath about where you're at with your mental health. As I talk about fourth quarter, going into that holiday season, going into that new year, it can be overwhelming. It can be, so much that you just I don't want to deal with anything. And so write down your thoughts, as I have, I always show you this. I always have my notebook. Write down your thoughts, get some movement, take time to sit, take time to take a walk, take time to sweat, right? When you sweat, that sweats out the negative toxins. We want to get rid of those negative toxins. And if you're not mentally well and you know that you need help, if you think you need some type of medication to keep you balanced, please, please, please seek medical care and a provider. If you can't afford that, please Google or ask someone around you if they know of any free clinics that can help you. There is, especially in Minnesota, there is access to that. I hope you're understanding that this is a big issue in not just where you are, where you might be dealing with it or your surroundings, but throughout the world. And I hope this spreads out that we want to lead with empathy and love, and we want everyone to heal so we can be okay, because we can't continue to live in a land that is not mentally well. So if you're dealing with depression, please seek some numbers so that we can help you. As I said, please Google for any type of help before it takes it to the next level, and know that it's okay to not be okay. And people like myself that are here to provide help and an outlet for you to talk about all of the things that you need to talk about. In our personal network, on my network with Fitness Revolution, we have 2 licensed therapists. We have Lambers Fisher and Brandon Jones. So please reach out to them. They also have their podcasts on this network that they can help you, right? They help with teens and adults. So I highly recommend them. So please seek them out. As always, keep moving, keep drinking your water, get your rest, and inhale the positive, exhale the negative. This is Coach Shay with Fitness Revolution, and we will see you next week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Check back next week for more on living your healthier lifestyle, and share previous episodes of Shay's podcast with your friends. Log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
Hi, I'm Shaletta Brundage. You know what my family and I are doing for MEA weekend? Child, we are going on vacation. And I mean a real vacation. We will not be crisscrossing the state or the country taking my son Andrew to tour college campuses. We found the right fit for him right here in the Twin Cities. It's Doherty Family College at the University of St. Thomas. This 2-year college will put him on a path to his 4-year degree. With small class sizes, he'll build personal relationships. And I like the free laptops and books. At Doherty Family College, he even gets free bus fare and free breakfast and lunch. This means he won't have to take on debt to get his education. And just think, my son, a Tommy, and me, a Tommy Mommy. So for MEA weekend, save yourself some time and travel. Do what we did. Go to dfc.stthomas.edu and set up your own tour at Doherty Family College.
Have you heard the news about the new COVID-19 vaccine? The FDA has just approved the updated vaccine, and it's now available to keep you and your family safe. So get ready to roll up your sleeve. These vaccines are an effective tool to fight COVID-19. They target the variants that we know are circulating in our communities right now. So make a plan for you and your family. Contact your doctor, your clinic, your healthcare provider, or your local pharmacist and schedule appointments. The vaccine is authorized and recommended for all Minnesotans aged 6 months and older. Stay safe this fall and winter with the new COVID-19 vaccine. Being a teenager today is a real roller coaster ride. Up, and sometimes down even lower. An organization called Treehouse is giving Minnesota teens the support they need to build resiliency. Treehouse is a faith-based nonprofit that offers teens a safe space to share their troubles and learn healthy coping skills with peers and caring adults. Right now, Treehouse needs more volunteers. Do you have a passion to help teens? And would you like to share your wisdom with a middle or high school student who's feeling hopeless? Then sign up to volunteer with Treehouse groups meeting in Bloomington, Brooklyn Park, Plymouth, Minnetonka, and Eagan. Adult volunteers are needed as mentors, drivers, support group assistants, program assistants, and to help prepare hot meals. Lift up teens in our community and help them find hope and joy by volunteering with Treehouse. Learn more and sign up at treehousehope.org. Click on the Get Involved tab at the top of the page. That's treehousehope.org. The teens can't wait to meet you.
We are Treehouse!
It's not just another day in your life. Things are changing for the better. At Comcast, we see those changes, and we're thinking about how we use technology today to live, work, learn, and play. And we're building for the future now, so we're better prepared for the wants and needs of tomorrow. That's why Comcast is rolling out multi-gig internet speeds to more than 50 million homes and businesses before the end of 2025, making our already industry-leading network even faster, smarter, greener, and more reliable. Over the decades, Comcast has been your partner, working hard to serve your community, and will continue to be your partner. We're expanding our gigabits so you can enjoy the tiny bits that matter most.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.